A few years ago, Uganda produced 5 million tons of maize. Uganda consumed only 1 million tons because Ugandans have other foods. It is only institutions and the animal feeds manufacturers that use maize. There was therefore a surplus of 4 million tons, which had no market in East Africa on account of the non-tariff barriers, protectionism. The prices collapsed, and the farmers in Uganda walked away from growing maize. Only now to be told that there is a big demand for maize and even people are dying. The story of maize is the same as the story of milk, sugar, rice. Some Ugandans wanted me to stop Tanzanian rice. Please, I would not do that. If the Tanzanians are growing rice more cheaply, let them grow it and you buy from them. And if you want, you can apply and you shift and go and ask the Tanzanian government to allow you to do rice in Tanzania. In my opinion, East Africans will be better off if the most efficient East African producers are encouraged so that the whole of the region benefits. Recently, I was told of some attempts to block rice from Tanzania in order to protect the inefficient rice growers of Uganda. I could not accept such blindness. Why, first of all, punish Ugandans to consume expensive rice while Tanzanian brothers can produce cheaper rice? The other blindness is that you should remember that if you block Tanzanian rice, Tanzania will also block something else from Uganda, where then is the future of prosperity for our region. Why block East African products and open our markets for subsidized goods from Europe, China, Brazil, etc.? Those should be the ones to be blocked because they are unfairly selling in our market. Foreign government subsidized goods versus our unsubsidized goods. If you allow subsidized Brazilian products to kill the market for Uganda's sugar in East Africa, what return benefit will East Africa get from Brazil? What does Brazil give you in return? East Africa is a potential superpower of the League of India or China. If we integrate economically and politically, assisted fortunately by the Swahili language, which is part of the heritage of this area. If our economics professors wake up and see the hemorrhage the NRM revolutionaries have been seeing ever since the 1960s on account of only producing raw materials, and the political class determines not to build a Latin America in Africa, but instead build a United States of Africa in Africa, a very prosperous and secure future for Africa.
First, I bring you greetings from your brothers and sisters in Kenya, both Kenyans and Ugandans and East Africans. They have sent me with greetings on this very important day while you celebrate 60 years of your independence. Congratulations, Your Excellency, Mr. President. Congratulations, the great people of Uganda. And accompanying those greetings is our commitment to our region. Mzee Museveni, as I said, is our elder. We have tremendous respect for him, and we look up to him to now work so that we can eliminate the borders that separate our people in East Africa and in Africa. It is very clear to us that we cannot share poverty and we cannot share hunger, but we can share opportunity and we can share prosperity. It is our place as leaders and as citizens of of the East Africa region for us to work together so that we can transform our borders, which today stand out as barriers, and convert them to bridges so that goods, services, and people can move across this East Africa without any impediments. Your Excellency, as our elder, President Museveni, you have the challenge to lead the charge on ensuring that we bring down the boundaries and the borders and the barriers so that we can have a borderless East Africa community. We are looking in our lifetime, in the next few years, that people, goods, and services can move across this East Africa as we lead the way in ensuring that the Africa Continental Free
is historic, and a strong brotherhood with Uganda is of inestimable value to our respective people, and we are honored and happy to join you as you celebrate 60 years of independence. Burundians will never forget the contribution you made for the return of peace, stability, and democracy in Burundi as chairperson of regional initiative. Thank you again, Your Excellency, for your wise contribution to establish peace in the region. We Burundian people and East African people, we boast of having you as a sage of the region. Your Excellency, in this highly symbolic commemoration, my dearest wish is to see a reintegrated East Africa and a united Africa, and this can only be reached when we are economically, culturally, politically independent and stable. It is high time we strengthen our regional integration and build a more prosperous and powerful East African community having one market and one voice. This is our ultimate goal as East African, realizing the political federation.
Naleta salamu za pongezi kutoka kwa Rais wa Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania, Mheshimiwa Samia Suluhu Hassan, kwako Mheshimiwa Rais Museveni, na kwa wananchi wote wa Uganda. Anakupeni pongezi kubwa sana kwa kuadhimisha siku hii. Aidha, nimesimama hapa kuleta salamu za upendo kutoka kwa wananchi wa Tanzania kwa ndugu zao wananchi wa Uganda kwa kuadhimisha miaka 60 ya uhuru, lakini vile vile kwa kupiga hatua kubwa ya kimaendeleo katika uchumi na kijamii katika kipindi hichi cha miaka 60 ya uhuru. Hongereni sana na kupeni salamu za wananchi ndugu zenu kutoka Tanzania. Your Excellencies, our two countries are undertaking many joint projects in various fields, notably in the energy and transport sectors. Among those projects is the construction of the East African crude oil pipeline from Hoima, Uganda to Tanga, Tanzania, which is expected to be the longest heated oil pipeline in the world. When completed, this project will not only boost the economy of our two countries, but also create employment, knowledge transfer, skills development, and unlock East African oil potential by attracting investment and improve the livelihoods of our people, improve the livelihoods of the people of our two countries and the region as a whole. Therefore, I urge the private sector from both countries to take lead in this mega project. Doing so, the private sector will employ our people and bring better life to our communities. In this regard, Tanzania and Uganda should not be deterred by any condemnations made against the project, which are based on misinformation. We should instead remain steadfast in implementing these strategic projects, which will bring huge benefits not only to our two countries, but the whole East African region.
Uganda is a land blessed with human capital, natural resources, and a spirit of success which radiates from the people of Uganda. In this regard, I, on behalf of myself and the Somali government and its people, sincerely congratulate the government and the people of Uganda on the hard-won 60th independence anniversary. Since independence, Somalia and Uganda have been strong allies with a shared agenda and ambition for sustainable development. Our two nations not only share a rich history, but a future of common opportunities which we are determined to benefit from the betterment of our two peoples. Our partnership for progress started before the independence of our two nations. Somalia stood by Uganda's independence, and these bonds of friendship broadly continued after the struggle of the independence. Today, Somalia and Uganda face a common enemy in international terrorism. On the security front, Somalia and Uganda and all other troop-contributing countries are laying the foundation for a secure, progressive, and prosperous Somalia and the wider region by actively supporting our government's effort to annihilate Al-Shabaab once and for all. We Somalis are deeply conscious of your country's relentless contribution towards our peace building and commemorate those sacrifices with our commitment to peace and prosperous future for generations